Hello, my stamping friends. This is Renee Novak at blessedbycards.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States, and I'm here to share with you another Make It Monday tutorial. Today, I apologize if the video quality and the shadows are a little bit off. I have no power, so we've been without power for about 24 hours now, so I am going to hurry up and get this video shot so that I can hopefully upload it for you before tomorrow morning, Monday, for our Make It Monday. So today I'm going to share with you Rejoice in Him, a card made with that set in the mini catalog, and that is going to be retiring in just at the end of this month. So let me share with you a card that I created with that, and then I'm going to share with you a fun Easter box that you can create and share with your coworkers or your neighbors or your grandkids, or if you're a teacher, maybe your students. So let's get started. So first thing I'm going to do is share with you my card, and it's just a very simple card I created, and hopefully you can see that. This is soft succulent. I started with a soft succulent base. I added a layer of Night of Navy, another layer of soft succulent, and then a piece of white that I stamped with the soft succulent ink. I used the ferns in that set. Now I stamped full on, and then I stamped off to give that little lighter look. Hopefully you can see that. And all of the measurements and all the supplies that I'm using today are available in a free download on my website. So real quickly, I used my white is a 3.5 by 4 3/4, and I stamped again those ferns all over. And then on another piece of white, I stamped the Jesus figure. And around that, I used a sponge with some soft succulent ink and just kind of sponged around there. Hopefully you can see that. And then I stamped He is Risen in a smaller white and connected that. And then I fussy cut out the dove to put upon the greeting. And that is how simple that card comes together. And on the inside, I just put a piece of white, and you can certainly stamp He is Risen or wishing you a happy Easter. There are some great greetings in this set. There are celebrate His love, peace be unto you. We used He is Risen on the outside, and wishing you love, joy and love this Easter. So a good set for the Easter season. So that's our card. So let me share with you how to create this fun box. Okay, so I started with a piece of, I wanted to use my designer series paper, but it wasn't quite thick enough. So I actually glued with the liquid glue a piece of 4 by 5 inch designer series paper to a piece of white cardstock. And that gave the box a little bit more sturdiness, but yet I was still able to use this beautiful designer series paper from the Rain or Shine pack. Okay, so what you want to do is to cut that 4 by 5 piece of either cardstock, or like I said, I added my layer of designer paper. And then I scored at 1 1/4 and 3 3/4 in landscape position. And again, this will be all on the PDF download. Then you want to turn it to portrait position, and you want to score at 1 1/4 on both sides. Then after you do that, you just want to cut up on opposite sides so you can create your box. So I just snip, snip, rotate, snip, snip, and then I mitered those edges. And then you fold and burnish with your scoring tool, and you have a sweet little box. So let me just grab my liquid glue real quick, and I'm going to show you how easy this comes together. So you're just going to put a little bit of glue on those tabs, and then you're going to fold them up so that they meet. And that is how simple that is. Again, put a little bit of liquid glue. And I do recommend the liquid glue, especially if you're putting that designer series paper on a piece of white cardstock, because it will really hold up nicely and it will give you a nice sturdy box. So just kind of hold it there for a few seconds. And again, I apologize for the shadows of my hands. Okay, there's your box. Then you want to take a piece of matching or coordinating designer series paper. And I cut this at 2.5 by 6. And then I just simply wrapped it around the box. I found that if I wrapped it around and kind of made those scoring indentations, they worked better than if I actually measured the score. So I just kind of wrapped it around, and again, I apologize for the shadows. But you just wrap it around, and then once you get those kind of on there, you can fold and burnish with your scoring tool so that they get nice crisp folds. And again, it's so simple. You don't even have to measure. You just wrap and glue. Now I'm going to share with you another trick that I like to do when I'm doing a slide-on lid. I like to take a piece of just plain white paper to connect my lid to. So I put a little bit of glue on one of the tabs, and this measures 2.5 by 1.5. So you want it to measure the same width of your designer series paper, whatever that is. It just happens to be 2.5 on this one. And then you glue it down, and then you have kind of a piece that you can glue the bottom to. It just makes for a crisper lid, and you don't have to worry about your crisscrossing and covering everything up. So then I just kind of stack it over there and glue that all to the inside, and that gives it a little more sturdiness on the bottom because now your piece of white is on the inside. Okay, and you can, if you want, take a little circle punch, and you can punch out some notches in the sides of your box to make it easier for people to open. And then you simply add your candy, and I chose these delicious Reese's peanut butter cups. And so then you just kind of have to finagle it so that it gets in your box, and depending on how tight you made it, you might have to really, but once you get it in there, it's all ready to go. And you have a cute little box that you can share with your coworkers. So let's make the little tag. I stamped the Happy Easter and just created a little flag using my paper snips. And then I just took a basic oval punch, and then I took some of my blending pens and just created a little Easter egg that would match my box. And so I'm just going to stick that right on there. And then you're just going to put some adhesive, and I'm just going to use my snail for that. And you could use a glue dot, and I'm going to stick it right on top of there, and there you have a super sweet Easter basket that holds 4 Reese's peanut butter cups. So that's it, my friends. That is your Easter box and your Easter card for today's Bake It Monday tutorial. And again, I apologize for all of the shadows, but hopefully I will be getting power back soon. So until next week, be blessed. Be sure to subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss any future videos. Thanks for watching.